welcome to the new season of the Sister-Cousins Candid Conversations podcast. Well, I say new season because we've been going almost, 3 years? In 3 more months, it'll be 3 years since we have recorded a single session. Seems super weird. And for the audience, you can see that we have a different face.
Mhm.
It is my lovely little sister, Miss Stanithia Renee Miller, aka the Diligent Teacher. So let's talk about that. Um, we've been gone for almost 3 years. Our beloved aunt Unilyn Bell passed away June 14th of 2021. She is the mother of Danya Ivy. And so after that, we just took a little hiatus for our family to kind of catch our breath and mourn and grieve and, kind of figure out what next steps were. Then you guys remember we did an episode Growing Up Clark with the fabulous Louisa Clark, aka Granny. Granny passed away February 15th of 2023. And so we have been mourning for a year now. It just doesn't seem like a year has passed already. So we've just been, taking it easy and trying to figure out which direction we want to go in with the podcast. And for me, it was just like so many good topics was coming up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have loved to talk about this and see what the audience thought. So we decided, let's just give it the old college try and see what it is that we can do. So we just kind of want to take a time, make this like our little pilot show, and reintroduce ourselves, introduce Nene, and just kind of see what we've been doing for the last 3 years. And so I will turn it over to the Diligent Teacher.
Hey, Internet, how you doing? It's Stanithia. As my sister called me, the Diligent Teacher. I am an educator. This is my 6th year in education, and I'm on the way heading back to school. Oh, you can't see that. We're gonna put that down.
I can see it.
Pause.
Hold it up a little bit. The book.
You gotta hold it closer.
No, it's not working.
It ain't working. Okay.
See the check mark.
Preparing to go back to school for my master's in school administration. I'm a wife of 14 years. 14 years?
Ooh,
That's not right.
you ain't number about 14 years old, ain't it?
12 years. Been together 15 years. I have to do my math. I'm not good with the math. And I have 3 little tiny people whom I love and care for immensely. Yes. And I'm happy to be here.
You're happy to be here. We're happy to have you. Juju, you want to talk about what you've been going through for the last 3 years?
Oh Lord, what haven't I been going through? What have I done? So I have switched jobs. I have released a book. I released a journal. I released a poetry book for once. I've never written poetry before, so that's the first time I ever wrote poetry and released it. I did my first Black on Black rhymes poetry setting where you get up and you do your poem in front of everybody.
You're doing this right here?
We do keys now. We don't do snaps. We do keys. You jingle your keys.
Oh, okay.
So I did that. Did I just say? Yeah, I did get another job. So I went back into human resources. So got a new job in that. Got some new things with my business. So I've been doing a lot of teaching. I've taught at FAMU. I've taught at different nonprofit organizations. I've done a lot of webinars on Zoom. So I'm just starting to get that back up and going. And I also have 2 little people who make it a little bit more challenging when you're trying to do all that. But other than that, that's what I've been up to lately.
I don't even remember. Okay. What has Lawanda? I switched jobs. Let me see, October of 22. I left the lovely city of Burlington and embarked on healthcare. Currently working for Island Health. It's a small but mighty hospital in Anacortes, Washington. And this is probably the first time. Well, let me back up because I'm gonna offend anybody. I work with a really, 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 really great team. I almost want to say this is probably the best team that I've ever worked with for so many different reasons. Um, so I really enjoy that part of my new digs. Um, my daughter, the lovely Zaria Iman, moved to Washington in June of 23. So that's new. Let's see what else. I have a business venture that is going to be hopefully popping off soon. I'll just keep it under wraps for now until it actually comes to fruition, but I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to help a lot of people. And so I just can't wait to see what it's going to do. But it's been a lot going on. I'll be celebrating 24 years of marriage in October. Ooh, that's a long time to like somebody, boy. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm,
Like,
mm.
that's your spirits.
My spirit, your spirit. They say you can't live with me, you can't live without them. That be the truth. Also, before I'll be remiss if something else that happened. My husband tore his Achilles tendon last September, and he's been off work since then. And so, whew, me and not to be at work and not at home. I'm trying to tell you.
Look, pray your strength, huh?
All I'm saying. Um, Also, my father-in-law suffered a stroke last fall, and unfortunately, he had another stroke yesterday, and it was a bad one. And so he had made some progress, but his speech wasn't 100% there. And now with the stroke that happened yesterday, so we were recording on Sunday, March 17th. So yesterday, the 16th, he has to his surgery went well, and now he has to basically start all of his learning his daily activities all over again. So say a little prayer for our family, hoping that everything goes well. So it's never ending. Life is so short and so precious, and it's I don't know. It's just so much going on in the world, so much ugliness. And so it's hard trying to find the bright light in all of the darkness. But as a believer, you just pray and ask God to, lead and guide you and show you the way, and that's really all you can do. So, okay, y'all heard a whole lot about us, and I'm sure really we probably need to really be somewhere sitting down and not try to do no podcast. But when we first started this a few years ago, we our goal was for us as cousins to kind of just hang out and talk and just kind of see what each other's been up to, and have a little fun in the midst of life. Like life is going to happen no matter what, and we're so busy getting pulled in so many different ways, and just being a part of so many different things. I didn't even mention the things with my sorority. I am now the DEI director of my local SHRM chapter, and so it's just like all week, like last week, this week. I work my 9 to 5, or 8 to 4:30 rather. Then I'm in a salon in the evening sometimes at 5:30. But last week was this week. This week and next week, I'll be in the salon every day in the evening. So basically, I'm running 12-hour shifts every day. Last week we were in Cancun. What'd you
Make
say?
that money. Make that money, honey. Don't let
Yeah,
it
but
get you.
it's always somewhere you got to send it.
Right.
It's like in one filter and out of another filter. So it'd be nice if it was just stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. There's always something to pay for. Somebody needs some, somebody wants some, you owe somebody some. The bills don't change. The bills just keep coming. They come like clockwork. That's the only thing in life that's consistent. That's bills.
And they increasing.
Yeah, everything, gas, everything. So anywho, we decided like, you know what? Life is just gonna happen, and so either we need this outlet. We sometimes the podcast is gonna be fun. Hopefully most of the times it's fun. Sometimes we want to have some serious conversations and topics, and sometimes some controversial ones. But we just decided to go ahead and just jump in there. I think we decided that we're going to record once a month. And then as time progresses, as everybody settles into all the things that they're doing and things that may come up, we may decide to change. If something, a topic, I guess, comes up that like, ooh, we need to talk about this, I think we're going to take it to the socials. And then if it's still ongoing, we could talk about it on the next recording of the podcast. So we just got a lot of things going on. We're trying to plan and see how this thing is going to work out. But I'm excited about it. Like I say, has always been super fun and just a great outlet for us to, share a little bit of ourselves and our lives with our family and friends. Well, anyone y'all got something y'all want to add to?
I would just like to say that this year, oh my gosh, life has been life and the hot topic has been coming in strong. So I'm really interested to see, what people want to hear. So definitely, if you guys want to hear something, reach out to us via social media. Let us know because, like I said, every day is something different. Just when I think I'm caught up, there's something new that comes out. So let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you're interested in. Let us know, what you want to talk about. So we'll be reaching out to you guys from time to time via social media to kind of get your insight on what you want to hear. But yeah, it's been a very interesting year, I will say. And we're only what 3 months in.
I was say we only in March.
I was say we only 3 months in, and there's so much that has happened in these last 3 months that it's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll pray for me too again. In April, I celebrate being a part of the best sorority in the entire world, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'm hosting my line's 7th year here in the Pacific Northwest. And I am not, listen, I got a lot of great ideas, and I'll be like, look, ooh, we should do this, but I want you to plan it, right? I ain't the girl, I'm not the planner. I know my little sister's sick of me. I need your help, girl. Could you help me create this and help me do this and help me do that? Um, yeah, anywho, so it's kind of cool coming up with different things. It kind of pushes me to my limit. I'm a creative person in certain aspects, but not in that way. So that is going to be, I think, April 20th. I think they come in on the 25th, but activities are the 26th, 27th, and 28th. And so trying to get everybody, who's coming, did you fill out the form? Did you send your money in for transportation? Let me tell y'all something. Going from the hotel to one place is like 10 minutes. These people, the transportation people, they is robbing folks. I had to pay like, oh my God. It was like they want like 1,700 to drop you off, come back in a few hours, and it's like 10 minutes from the hotel. So then we're going to Canada is our Saturday. And I don't even want to talk about that pricing. But so pray for me. Hopefully things kind of go off without a hitch. I want this to be something enjoyable and memorable. This is our actual first Delta versary that is a destination, because normally we usually celebrate in San Antonio where we cross. So hopefully this is a stage setter for, somebody else want to do some heavy planning somewhere out the country or, another state or whatever. So the next couple months, well, next month, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm kind of focused on that. And I may have some more news. I'm keeping my toenails crossed. Fingernails and toenails. I'm keeping them crossed. I'm looking to hear some news, hopefully this coming week. So I will be able to share that. I guess whether positive or negative. I guess nothing is really a negative, right? You just throw your hat back in the bucket and keep on moving. So I'll share my news. One of y'all got to remind me, because y'all know I got the CRS.
Explain to them what that is.
I don't know about y'all, but in our family, we all suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit. No matter what it is, who it is. I'll be at work. I'll be like, hey, I'm talking to one girl. I'm like, hey, what's that girl name over there? They be like, who? The one that's in the second office. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Is it short-term memory loss? Is it just craziness? I have no idea. I could be in mid-sentence. Can't remember. Just can't do it. But anywho, so hopefully I'll have some good news here.
It's the ADHD for me. That's why where my CRS came from. Because the brain just be going, and the brain can't keep up with all the things that are inside of it. So something gonna get lost.
Sad, but it's true. Speaking of family stuff, Juwan, you still have spells?
Why you put my business out on it?
I'm just saying. I I ain't gonna say what the spells are, but we also have some spells in our family. I don't know. My granny, my mom, me, Joanna, I think her mom, like we had these spells. I ain't trying to say I want to put a business out there. I haven't had a spell in years. But yeah, that's I was wondering about that.
Yeah, we gotta break that generational curse.
You answer my question. You still get them?
Yes, but not as frequent as I used to. I think I've had one probably in the last year. But
Nene, you know what the spell is?
she like, no.
You don't know what the spell is?
She don't.
I tell you all the line.
Right?
I tell you what, your mama used to have to get Bucky naked when she had a spell.
I have those at least once a season.
Once a season, see.
Oh,
We gotta break that generational curse off.
I haven't had one in years. I don't know if I'm perimenopausal or what.
I didn't have one this winter, but matter of fact, wait, let me think back. No, I haven't had one this winter, but I definitely did in the fall. And that was something else. Yeah.
That's weird. I keep meaning to ask my doctor about that because I guess it don't matter. I don't have them no more, so I'm over it. I hope. Knock on wood.
I've like asked mine, but they never really gave me like a reason why. And they don't seem to think it's hereditary. However, our whole family like is getting this, so to me it is. But I have asked about it before and still have not gotten any concrete.
Well, doctors do practice medicine, keyword being practice. So never know. Okay. So let's talk about our schedule. I did kind of mention a little bit. We are looking to record once a month. What's the other details?
We'll record typically on Sunday and release on Thursdays.
Okay.
So be looking forward to that. That'll give me some time to edit and get everything posted and ready to go by Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Well, Nene, I'm telling you, honey, them sister locks is locking, girl. I remember when they was pups.
I must say
traditional locks. Sister lock is a specific brand and type of lock. These are just your regular everyday locks. But
okay, well, your regular everyday is every day, and okay.
Thank you.
I remember they was babies.
Yeah,
absolutely, they were. I just looked at some pictures the other day, and I was like, "Girl, you was bald." Your hair.
I still love you with short hair. I still love you. You were so. Oh, I love that when you was in college. That was really cute.
When I'm done with these, I won't be picking them out. I'll be just take it all off because I don't mind having short hair. It's very freeing to not have hair. But this works. I'll take it.
You messing up my business. Talking about it's good to have short hair.
Wait a minute.
If you make sure you edit that part out. Make a mouth say you need hair.
Straight, wavy, whatever you do, it works for you. Okay.
Too late now.
Okay, whatever.
You need hair.
Public service announcement.
Do it.
As a teacher, please teach your children at home before they walk into my classroom. Like things like manners, how to talk to an adult, how to receive correction and instruction and grace and love. Because I'm tired. That was all. I just teach the children.
You know what? I think that's a topic, right? I think we'd have stumbled on a topic real quick. Let's just take about 3, 4, 5 minutes. Listen, I don't know. I'm not a teacher. I could not ever. Okay. First of all, I have no patience, zero, none, zilch, over. I think the problem is the parents. The parents are getting younger and younger and younger. And they've been some folk been half raised because I don't want y'all trying to cancel us. We just getting started again. Okay. Some folks been half raised, and you sending little Johnny to school. If Miss Miller say anything, you let me know, and I'm a Miss Diligent teacher. Could you tell them a little story real quick about the parent who blocked the school from calling her phone?
There's been many in all the time that but there are parents I am texting on Dojo I'm texting phone lines, I'm calling, and you find out the number is blocked until they need something.
Mm.
And then, man, we called you this day at this time over and over again. Oh, well, see, da, 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 da. And then the child will tell you later, well, my mama blocked the phone because y'all keep calling her and dot, dot, dot. And she don't want to hear all that. Oh, okay, thank you. So when something happens to you, then what we gonna do?
Right.
Okay.
The mama
So
then
please,
blocked the
Like,
phone so the
like the
school can't
school.
call.
Wow.
I
Let me
really
tell you.
have to say the parents though.
Yeah.
I'm 32. I had my first child at 24, so I would consider myself a younger parent. And my kids don't go to school and act half the way children do that I witness on a regular basis. And I'm not even talking about just my classroom. I'm talking about what I see in and out my door every day. It's ridiculous. Like it's just they don't have boundaries. They don't have. I'm not gonna say they don't have morals. That's rude. They don't have
This is rude.
sound teaching imparted into them. Okay. They talk to their mamas like they talk to their friends. So then they talk to me like that. And I have to remind them I'm 32 years old. I have my whole degree and my license. You ain't gonna talk to me crazy. Okay. My own children
She said
don't
she's
talk to
32.
me.
Ain't that cute? You sound like what's that little boy named Jack Harlow? Talking about she 28, talking about I'm still a baby. You still a baby. You still young, girl. 32.
I accept. I accept
Okay.
very much so. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It has to be parents. And I know it's other stuff like with curriculum and the school system itself. We ain't talking about that part. We talking about just the simplicity of your child being able to come into a classroom and actually like sit down and actually listening. Because that's half the battle. I can teach the content. That ain't the problem. That ain't no problem at all. Why I gotta raise you? I didn't push you out. I didn't sign any option papers. You don't live in my house. Why do I have to raise you and teach you? I don't want to do both. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All I know is back in the day, you tell Baron Renee that LaWanda did something, she had to come to that school. First of all, she gonna get 2 for 1 because she gonna come in looking crazy than a mofo with her robe on, a scarf or rollers or something. So I'm already embarrassed. She mad because she didn't work all night and then had to come up to the school in the morning. So that's why she looking crazy. You ain't gotta tell me, but one time I'm gonna call your mama. I'm
If my mama had to
good.
get to the school, you got your butt beat in the school. Like, don't do that no more.
Yeah.
Like I got a spanking when she got up there, I got a spanking in the school. And now that you got a spanking when you got home too.
You,
I
you
was
know,
like,
you can tell y'all holy parents.
oh.
Children get spankings. I didn't get no spank. I got my ass whooped if I did something wrong. You tell me holy parents, I got a spanking. You weren't getting no spankings back there. You was getting your ass whooped too. You just gonna say the words that she used. I'm just saying, and you ain't had to do it one time, one time, and that was it. You ain't called no more model students.
Mhm.
So, anywho, well, I just there was a whole word right there, chat. Because y'all, listen, young parents, listen. What Donnie will say. Listen, Linda. Uh, listen. Teachers do not have the time, the energy, nor the resources to raise your children and then teach them educationally. If you need your child to be taught educationally, you need to teach your child how to be respectful, how to mind their manners, and how to be quiet. This is a learning institution, not a jungle gym, not a mental institution. Higher learning. Because think about it, this is our future, and we're gonna be in some trouble. We already in trouble right now, but it's gonna be bad. Oh, have
I'm
mercy. Mm.
okay. I shaking my boots, thinking of the future. I
Mm.
told one of my students, I said, baby, I don't want to pull up to the McDonald's and you give me my change back incorrectly because you can't do this here math. I need you to get this. Okay. I need you to get it.
You
'Cause
got,
I
Well,
just,
it's some grown folk that can't count because
you
babe,
got some
listen,
adults that can't do that. So
I didn't been in. I listen. Okay, let me tell the story real quick, and I'm gonna get up off of it. One of the best managers I've ever had. She's leaving. She was like the heartbeat of our team. Um, I went to buy her some flowers. And I went to the grocery store, Hagen's, the little bougie store. grocery store. If you buy a loaf of bread at the regular store, it costs maybe $2.59. It's $7.59 at this store. Okay, I bought her some flowers. I was gonna give her. I think I gave her, was it 20? And she didn't have change. So I think I gave her 20. And she didn't have the change. She's like, oh, what are we gonna do? So then I went back into my purse and got out the exact change. Maybe I gave her 100. I don't know what I gave her. I gave her 100 because she was trying to give me 20s. She's like, all I have is five, but she didn't have enough five. So she was really old. This was an older woman. Okay, I'm 48. So she had to be every bit of 69, something like that, 68. She couldn't figure out the change. I'm like, so I was like, boom, whatever it was. I'm like, okay, here's the 20. You owe me 751. She didn't believe me. Now she can't count, but she didn't believe me. She called the manager. The manager comes over, and the manager, she says, well, she was gonna give me this, but I didn't have the change. She said, okay, well, just give her the difference of the change. She had to write it down on paper. I said, ma'am, 751. So she ain't listening to me. She did the math. Oh, you were right.
That's
Karen, I told you 751 3 times. I do this for a living, man.
That's what I'm saying. You the numbers lady. We not all the numbers people. Okay, we not all the numbers.
But I done told you 3 times. Now, did you think I was gonna cheat you? It ain't that hard. Okay. If it's 49 cents, you need 1 cent to get to 50, then there's another 50 to make $1. It really ain't that hard. It just really counts from 1 to 9. That's it.
It's simple math.
It is. If you just sit back and think, how many more cents do you need to get to the next dollar? Okay, that's all I'm saying. So anyway,
that happens several times. People will either they say they can't do it, and I'm like, you can't do it. Like you can't take these 2 pennies and give me back 50 cents, or they will tell me I have to go get a manager to do it, and I'm like, why? I don't understand.
But I had a baby. We did like classroom economy, so they could earn money for like doing their work, being well behaved. And I think he needed to give me $5 because he was paying me for something, whatever. And he had a $20 bill, and he was adamant, Mrs. Miller, I don't have $5. I said, baby, yes you do.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. He said, look at my money. I only have 20s. Oh, I said, sweetheart, the $20 has $4 or $5 in it. And he just looking at me. He said, I don't understand. And that's my fault because I'm your teacher. that's on me. I said, sweetheart, just give me the $20 bill, but then you're taking my money. This was me. I was like, oh my God in heaven. I said, one of y'all talk. One of y'all help him. Show him the way, please. I can't anymore. They're like, just give her the $20 bill. So when he gave it to me, and I gave him a 10 and a 5 back, he just kind of looked at me and he was like, okay. And this is the fourth. Okay, yeah.
I will say, because I recruit for people who have to have like cashier experience, but cashiers are so automated now that it doesn't even require them to think. And when they have to think, they literally can't.
If you don't push the
how to count back money, but they're not taught that anymore. All they have to do is push a button and it gives them a change. So if they end up messing up that button pushing thing and they have to give you change, they're like a deer in the headlight. Like they have no clue what to do. And I was like,
not button pushing.
It is a button push.
The one with the 3 patties on it. That one. I want the 3 patties, not the 2 or the 1.
It counts the change. They don't have to do anything. They push the button. It gives them the change. It tells them the dollar amount. So they do not know how to count back money because everything is automated now.
Mr. Burger King, Mr. McDonald's, Mr. Wendy's, we need y'all to do better.
Right. But we had to. I remember being a cashier at Chick-fil-A. We had to count back money. Like back in the day, that was taught to us. We didn't have the little buttons. We had cashier, but we still had to count back change.
No, we had the buttons at McDonald's. I think you work at when I was in high school. We had buttons at McDonald's. We had the. It was words, but it was still that kind of way. And I don't know. I always knew I never want to get cheated out of my money, so I knew how to count a long time ago.
It's pictures now. Well, the last time I worked there, it's pictures. You just press the picture. Yeah.
But all you gotta
well, at least they know how to do puzzles, right? Maybe they'll do puzzles. That's a positive.
I guess.
I don't know.
Look.
Anywho, the childrens, they are our future. Help us, Lord. Help the childrens. Parents, these young ones, come on now. I'm gonna need y'all. Everybody can twerk and shake and do all. We need you to know how to count and spell. Listen, there is a difference between there and there. T-H-E-R, T-H-E-R-E. There's a difference. There's some grown folks who don't. It's sad. Your and your. You are. Why are you apostrophe R-E? Now, that was my thing in language. I like that. That's when it's called language instead of English back in the day. Language. We went to language class. I like that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's okay. I was about to say something. I gotta keep down the wraps. I almost messed myself up. But I'm gonna leave right there.
A mess.
Okay. Well, y'all, it's funny. You guys are funny. You are funny. Not you is funny because they were like, how you even trying to clown somebody? I know. Listen, this podcast, we have to let our hair down or take it off, whichever, however y'all feeling for the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be at work all professional, especially when you very few people look like you. You have to use all your big words and use the right apostrophes and commas and all of that. And so this is a place to be free. I am educated. I know the right terminology, so I'm just a little loose on here. And I ain't even had no juice either.
I'm saying, not the juice.
Okay, we better go for y'all. Get me in trouble. Anywho, so we are looking forward to having some good old times like before. I want to send a special shout out to Daniel and Ivy, who got 5 children. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She will say 5. She is not going to be a permanent face on the podcast, but she might grace us with her presence every now and again. So we love her. We miss her. You guys are gonna miss her nutty personality. She's literally like, I don't know what's the brightest light besides Jesus, because she ain't Jesus. Definitely ain't. She ain't the North Star, the South Star, but she is a bright light. She is a bright light. She like that light that's on your garage when you pop there.
See that phone light.
She is a light. Just ain't the North Star light. Anywho, I love you, Danya. All right, so on that note, until next time, peace and hair grease.
Bye.
Or bells.
Bells, keys.
Keys, okay, keys.